Good morning, PRüF community. It is April 20th, and we have a community update for you today. We did not do a community update last week. We were extremely busy, and I just couldn't get time out for it. So here we are today. We'll be catching up on the AMA as well. We've been hard at work in development. We've got new video on the website, new website design as well. New video on the website showing our some of the new systems at work. When I watched that video and checked out what the UX team is rolling out, I was just completely blown away. The user flow and the interface is gorgeous, and I'm really excited about this next new release of the interface and the contract systems. Okay, speaking of things that got me really excited, humans just flew a self-flying helicopter on Mars. On freaking Mars. So I'm just going to give you a couple seconds to let that sink in. Yeah, we flew a helicopter on Mars. Anyway, exciting news in PRüF. We have the support of a major investor with strong PR and publishing ties. Well, we're really looking forward to what they will be bringing to the table for the IDO. We are moving forward with a partnership with a major brand. Strong ties to they have strong ties to a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, and we're extremely optimistic about their role in positioning PRüF as a top-tier solution in the industry. So these are really exciting things. I can't really talk a lot about them yet. Hopefully soon, but suffice to say, we've been extremely busy making these things happen, and we're extremely excited about what it's going to bring to PRüF and to all of the PRüF community. So anyway, like I said, I've been really busy working with new partners, investors, building the relationships and PR partnerships that will be critical to a prosperous IDO for everyone. And speaking of the decentralized liquidity event, we have a quiz out in the community, or it's probably going to be launched today. Maybe it's already out. I think it's probably isn't out yet, but by the time you watch this, it may be out. There's a quiz in the community at PRüF Talk on Telegram about the IDO platform selection. So be sure to participate in the quiz. We're interested to know what people think about potential liquidity platforms, and be sure to participate in that quiz for the opportunity to win more PRÜF. The dev team has been working just tirelessly. I mean, morning, dawn till dusk, basically, doing amazing things with the user flow and the interface. They've been working on the polishing the Arweave integration for the permanent storage options that we're presenting to users now. We expect to be doing some testing later this week or early next week. So if you're on the testing team, get ready to rumble. And if you're an advanced user with a command line experience and a PC, and you'd like to participate at a deeper level, be sure to reach out to the team so that you can participate potentially at a deeper level of testing and more potential rewards. Now, it is important in that case that you have command line experience, because there's going to be some installation of Node packages, Node.js, things like that, that has to be gone through. It's a good bit of configuration to participate at that level. But if you are prepared to do that, certainly get in touch with us. We'd like to have more people participating at that level, and there'll be opportunity to earn a lot more PRÜF in the process. Anyway, okay, next on the list. Oh yeah, speaking of prizes and PRÜF, a lot of you are really missing out. The prizes for the memes and the AMA questions are going to just a few hardworking users, which is fine. But the prizes for each question are 15,000 PRÜF. That's likely more than $100 at the IDO post split. So that's a good chunk of change. I would say get those questions and memes rolling in. We're trying hard to make all of you guys a lot of money, but you have to participate and be patient in order to win. So more participation in the memes and questions is always welcome. We may be deciding to do the AMA every 2 weeks, so we have a chance for more questions to come in. Further announcement about that will be in the chat if we decide to do that. Okay, so anyway, on to the AMA. We have some questions from the last 2 weeks. This one is forwarded from Deed. He says, or they say, the PRüF PRüF runs in the Ethereum network. Will PRüF move or create a private network? Okay, that's a good question. For lower cost operations, definitely the Ethereum is a very expensive platform to operate on. It fits well in with our initial launch partners, but it does not fit well for the long-term goal. And as I spoke about in the last community update, as a protocol, PRüF will be deploying on many different platforms. Anyway, for lower cost operations, we're looking at several chains. One that we're looking at specifically is Cardano, and some other Ethereum compatible high performance chains. And like I said, at first, working in the Ethereum platform won't really be problematic for PRüF because we'll be working primarily with higher value items. But certainly as we start to expand into other markets, that's going to be an issue, and we will be working on solutions for that. So yes, we will not be moving, but we will be expanding to other networks. The other second half of that question from Deed was, will PRüF make a staking or farm or pool? Yes, staking is a planned feature. We'll be rolling that out with the community governance package, and holders will be able to stake and earn on popular nodes a fraction of network revenues. So that, yes, that is coming. It's going to be, probably a Q4 or Q1 2022 feature, I would guess. Maybe we get it out before that. We'll see. Okay, so so now we have another question from Angelica, and Angelica says, is there any use case of the PRüF token? Well, we really hope so. Actually, one of our biggest challenges with PRüF is that there are so many use cases that we really often don't know which ones to bring up or talk about when we're discussing PRüF with people. That's one of the challenges, is that it's a platform it's a universal asset management platform. So what do you use it with? Well, basically the answer is potentially everything. The PRüF token itself, if you're talking about just the PRüF utility token, that is used to pay for actions on the network, to purchase items being sold by other users, and for staking and earning. It is used to purchase AC nodes and burned on the network to purchase AC nodes. So there's a bunch of different uses for the utility token. Basically, it's like the operating token for the PRüF network. If you think of the PRüF network as a laundromat for asset management, then what you've got is the PRüF token is what you put into the machine. So that's how that works. Okay, so anyway, next question we have, this is from Cryptomania. He's given us a lot of good questions, or he or she, I'm not sure. They have given us a lot of good questions. And now that NFT is booming and there are already many NFT projects in the space, is there any NFT project that you currently see as a competitor to the PRüF NFT project? What is currently being done to ward off this competition, and what is PRüF doing to complement what other NFT projects have done so far? Okay, well, first of all, as a protocol, PRüF, we don't really see other NFT platforms as being a competitor to PRüF. Ultimately, the PRüF protocol is what they will want to rebuild their systems on. So basically, we're not a NFT platform or a dApp, although we certainly have written a dApp to interact with our system, but that's basically as a demonstration and a pattern for other people to use. And the libraries and API that we are getting ready to release here shortly, that allows you to integrate PRüF functionality into your website. So basically, we're the protocol that underlies and underpins a new generation of enhanced NFTs. So basically, NFT platforms are going to want to use PRüF and build out on those. So that we don't see those as being competition. We see those as being customers. Anyway, many will likely move over to using PRüF as it's an easy and turnkey way for them to improve their NFT platform offerings. And we anticipate hundreds or even thousands more NFT platforms being built using PRüF to be launched over the coming years. Okay, so that's a good question, and I'm glad I was able to bring that up, because it is a little confusing, because think, well, is it like PRüF like OpenSea, or we're a layer below that. We're what OpenSea wishes they had built on, and probably will end up, well, I don't know, I can't speak for them, but if I were them, I would end up rebuilding on PRüF. Here we have a next question forwarded from Smart, and Smart says, NFT card-based gaming projects are becoming popular and easy to find market products. What plans does PRüF have for them? Does PRüF have any intention to support such kind of a project? And will the PRüF platform have a capacity to build these NFT card-based gaming projects? Actually, PRüF is ideal for supporting this kind of project. One of the things we're really close to completing is a concept called integrated context. With PRüF integrated context, not only can you store digital artifacts like cards, artwork, movies, or other media experiences on-chain, you can also store the context in which they are presented. This means, for example, in the case of your NFT card game, the card game cards would also include a copy of the game. Stored on-chain. This way, in say 2 decades, when the game maker has moved on to other things and no longer supports the game will still be playable online because they include their own built-in presentation context. The game is permanently stored in the box with the cards on the blockchain. This is just one of the important innovations that we are bringing online to help promote and legitimize the NFT space. Okay, so here we have a question from Hakeem. He has some questions about AC nodes. Hakeem always has good questions, so I'm really looking forward to these. His first question is, why did PRüF give the holders of the AC node keys a very huge right to change transaction values? Sure, that is a powerful level of functionality. So it's a worthwhile question. Why do we do that? AC node holders can set the costs in PRÜF of individual actions within the PRÜF system. These costs can be anywhere from 0 to nearly infinite if they want to. And this is because AC nodes are the business logic layer of a business. The AC node holder can choose to use node operations to monetize their business model, or they may choose to use advertisements, product sales, or other methods of monetization for their business. We expect that many node operators will choose to integrate node functions into their existing business websites as a way to drive traffic to their site or to provide courtesy service to customers. Others, we expect will use node operations to monetize their business model. So it's just going to depend. And if people set extraordinarily high costs for their node, that just opens the door to competition from other node operators that want to compete in the same space at a lower price. So we have a free market model that will allow those things to settle out to where the value proposition is attractive to customers, and that's really the idea, is to serve end users at their level of desire and need. So that's a good question. And next question that Hakeem has for us: what percentage of the network fees will AC node holders be receiving? Well, this varies by the AC node, but typically, as currently planned, AC node holders will typically receive 90% or more of any generated node revenues. Token holders that stake on those nodes will receive their share of 2.5% of those node revenues. Some asset classes will be subjected to root costs, where they belong to a root asset class that is explicitly monetized. This won't be in most cases, but in some cases, the root asset class that other AC nodes are minted in will be a specifically explicitly monetized class, and all of those will have some operational costs as set by the PRÜF Foundation, but most nodes probably won't be within those restrictions. Okay, who can/is eligible to become an AC node holder? Right now, we are giving grants of AC nodes and PRÜF tokens to qualified teams or projects. We are focused on physical goods management and artistic or curation projects, from known artists, galleries, or collections. If you think you may have a qualifying project, please contact us here on the Telegram or at partner.prüf.io. Those links will be in the links below. Eventually, anyone will be able to obtain an AC node by burning PRÜF in the AC Manager interface. That's after we've gotten established and launched with a few select hand-picked AC nodes and have things rolling along smoothly. Then we're going to open up AC node purchases to the public, so anybody that has an idea will be able to launch their business on the PRÜF platform, and they can do that in the AC node interface. That you can see that demonstrated in the video on the website. Okay, so how will AC nodes be distributed? Well, since AC nodes are non-fungible tokens issued by the AC Manager contract, initially they'll only be available to qualified projects at no cost, but eventually they will be publicly accessible by burning PRÜF in the AC Manager contract, or the AC Manager interface. So that'll be a fairly straightforward operation for just about anybody to do once that is opened up. Okay, and the next question is related. It says, who will be able to mint an AC node, and what will the requirements be to do this? Okay, initially, only the PRüF team will be authorized to mint AC nodes. And that is during the time where we're working with a carefully curated group of customers that are going to be basically launch partners for PRüF. As PRüF matures, AC nodes will also be able to be minted, by anyone, like I discussed previously, using the AC Manager contract. To prevent fraud and discourage bad faith actors, minting nodes in most asset classes will probably require ID verification. There will be a Wild West area that's kind of cordoned off from everything else, but probably in most business use cases, we're going to be requiring some ID verification so we don't have people coming in and trying to pose as something that they're not, and defrauding users or damaging a brand's intellectual property. So anyway, those are our questions for today, and I thank you very much for those questions. Everyone that participated in this will be receiving 15,000 PRÜF, and like I said, post IDO, that's going to be probably a sizable chunk of change. So I would encourage everyone to participate and become a part of that as we move forward. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next week.